Hi, I'm Paul Kenny. I want to welcome you to my ongoing series on how to be successful in network marketing. Before I get into some of the material today, I'm going to give you a little bit of a background on myself. And that's important because when you go on Facebook, you're on the internet today, you're just going to be hit with person after person after person who's an expert, who's a trainer. And they're really giving you a lot of advice, and oftentimes they might be misrepresenting their credentials, what they've accomplished, because the end game for them is to get you to enroll in their business. Well, you know, my end game is a little bit different. I've been involved for 22 full-time years as a professional network marketer, and my objective is not to be a trainer. I'm not a trainer. I'm a career full-time network marketer that leads a global organization today in my own network marketing company. And if that's something that you would aspire to do, let me start by telling you my background, okay? My background is really, based out of the state of Rhode Island in the USA. Went to school, went to grad school, went to work at a bank. I got a conventional job. Had a pretty good banking career. It eventually took me into Boston, Massachusetts, where I headed up a significant corporate lending team for one of the largest banks in the world. But along the way, I also am very, very entrepreneurial. You know, as a young guy, I was in the nightclub business. In my 20s, I also was a primary investor and chief executive in a national chain of business brokerage franchises. We were the franchisor. We opened up 25 or 26 locations around the USA. So I've always been interested in business. I've always been very entrepreneurial. And after a career in the banking industry, I decided I just really wanted to own my own company, and I became the major shareholder. I became the CEO of a real estate investment and development company. And we did really, really well with that business, and we were building condominium developments. We were doing single-family developments. We owned office buildings. I had thousands of residential tenants, and yet in 1991-92, the then recession sweeping across the United States pretty much wiped me out. I woke up one day and literally overnight, because of a major bank failure in my home state of Rhode Island, I woke up and I was out $10 million, and life was never going to be the same for me. And here's what happened, and maybe you can relate to this. I got a phone call from somebody that I respected. He was in a management position at General Electric in Massachusetts, and he invited me to take a look at a network marketing company. And, we could do a whole training on timing, right time, but he actually caught me at the right time, because I was wide open to going down a new career path, a new entrepreneurial direction. And when he introduced me to this concept, I kind of got it, because I related to my corporate career and my real estate investment career, in the sense that in network marketing, you're going to be creating a team of like-minded people that share your enthusiasm and your vision for your company. And it's just like when I ran a banking division, I had 5 or 6, 7 key people that I worked with on almost a daily basis. That's how your networking business should be. You'll be developing strategic partners that will be working with you as you expand your empire. And then secondly, I got leverage. I understood that, I had made my wealth in real estate because of leverage and exponential growth, as values of properties went up, and they were leveraged by mortgages that I had. And that's where wealth comes from. And well, network marketing is kind of like the same thing, only you're leveraging not through a hard asset that's appreciating. You're leveraging through people, and as those people grow and expand, and their value appreciates to them, that value is appreciating to you as well. That's what attracted me about network marketing. Now, I have to say this to you, okay? I got off to a really rocky start. Why? I was not coachable. I was informed that I just had to go out and bring in a few key people, and that would duplicate, and my business was built. Well, nothing could be further from the truth. I had to go back, and I had to find people that were getting results that I wished to get in my network marketing company, that I could relate to, that were not going to hype me that were not going to lie to me for their own self-centered purposes, and that I would then be able to enter into a mentor-protege relationship with these people. And from that, I built the foundation of my business. And today I'm just going to talk to you about a couple of things that are going to take you from wherever you are today, either looking at getting into your networking business or in a company, from wherever you're at to becoming very successful in network marketing, because it is a learned behavior. And I'm totally convinced that anybody that learns the fundamentals can be very, very successful if they're in the right company at the right time. Obviously, that goes without saying. So what I want to do, though, is tell you that what happened to me is I went on and my first company, I went on and then I had major success. After a number of months of struggle and effort, I kind of figured out that something had to show up in me. And what that came down to was what I'm telling you today has to happen for you, is you've got to treat your business like a business, but you've got to work up here. You've got to work on your mindset. You've got to work on your attitude. You've got to start being careful about what you're allowing to go into your brain every day. You know, what are you exposing yourself to? What's influencing you every day? You know, for most people, what's going on is they spend a lot of their time reading a newspaper, or they watch news on television. A lot of negative crap there, to be candid with you. It's not really stuff that, you know, you should be paying any attention to, because, you know, you can look at all the bad news you want going on in the world today, or you can gravitate over to sports and entertainment, and, you know, you can be entertained and look at your, you know, your favorite movie star. You can look at your favorite athlete. But here's the thing, you know, yeah, sure, you're concerned about world news. Sure, you're concerned about, you know, how your favorite team or how your favorite actor or actress is doing, you know, but you don't influence any of that. Why don't you get a mindset today that you're going to devote most of your time to those activities where you influence the outcome? And in this industry, you get to influence the outcome. And I got to tell you something, you know, think of your favorite athlete today. Maybe if you're in the United States, it's someone in the NFL, favorite team, favorite athlete, maybe Major League Baseball. You're looking at this around the world. Maybe you've got a favorite soccer team, you know, World Cup player, quality caliber players. I have to tell you something, while you're spending and putting time into watching them, they've already achieved their dreams in life. But the question is, have you? No, you have not done that. And I will tell you something, when you look at that individual, okay, and what it took, the commitment it took for them to master their sport, they had no time to do anything but focus on the activities where they could influence the outcome in that sport. And that's why they're all pro today, and that's why they've made millions and millions of dollars. And guess what? You got to watch that. So it's time to change your mindset. How do you do that? How do you change your mindset? Well, you know what? It's the books that you read, and it's the audios that you listen to, and it's the videos that you watch. Now, there's a whole dearth of information that's out there today on YouTube and Google. Just Google it, you know, find your personal development teachers. They're everywhere. And invest a little bit of time every day, you know, put in 30 minutes every day into doing something that's going to enrich your mind and change the programming that's running in your mind right now. You know, you might be looking at this thinking, gee, I can't make it in this industry, in this company. Well, you're absolutely right, because that's the program that you're playing in your mind today. So for me, I would tell you what happened. I got started, and it was not a good start. I went to a number of people. I not only got rejected, a few of them took really personal shots at me, and it actually shocked me the way I was treated by some of these people. So I kind of decided I'm either going to have to get out of this company, or I am going to have to learn. And what I did is I found someone, as I said a moment ago, getting results that I wanted to get. And here's what happened. I started to listen to their audios every single day. You know, I'm driving in my car. I'm sitting at home in the evening. I'm getting up really early in the morning. I'm going for a walk. Whatever I'm doing, I'm listening to these audios. And here's what happened. It started to reprogram my mind. I came to this place where I knew absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, I could go to the top. I was going to be able to make it in this industry, in my company. And here's what took place. Over time, the more I invested into that kind of material, here's one of the, jump off the screen here for a minute, okay? This is one of the great trainers of the industry. Now I have to make a disclaimer here. I don't get compensated at all for any of this information I give you. I'm not a paid trainer. I don't do that. I'm not interested in it. You know what? I'm perfectly happy with my own global business today with tens of thousands of people all over the planet. So I'm not interested in being a trainer, but I'm here to help you. And here's one of those great trainers. This guy's name is George Zalicki. This book is called Straight Talk. You can go to his website, georgezalicki.com, and anything that you get from this guy is going to be successful. I'm really honored because this is the first real coach that I ever had. And if it was not for George, I wouldn't be standing in front of you today. And then when he wrote this book a few years ago, Straight Talk, on how to build a network marketing business, I was one of 2 network marketers that he recognized in the foreword introduction of his book. And I was really honored for that to take place. So in that first company that I joined, things turned around for me. We went on to become pretty successful. I wasn't one of the biggest earners in that company. It was a huge business, but you know, for a newbie just getting started, I broke through to over $10,000 in monthly income. And on my team, which was the biggest team in the world for that company in the United States, Latin America, and Europe, by my 4th year, I was named the distributor of the year in that company. And I'm not showing this stuff to you to impress you. I'm expressing to you that I know what I'm talking about. I've stood on the X. I've done it. I then went on and I signed up into another company, and we invested, it was 15 years building that company. And that company, after a number of years, I was really getting better and better in that company. And that company would go on to be a $250 million business. We were doing business in 26 countries around the world with a major global team. And then in that company, I was named the Marketing Executive of the Year, and there's what they give you for being Marketing Executive of the Year. But in addition to that, I also made a few $1 million at that point. Now, you know, there were times when business was down and then business was up. That's going to happen to you in this industry. It's just the way business works. It's the way life works. So, you know, what was important to me was we were always working on the personal development. We're always keeping our mindset correct. And so my message today on how to be successful in network marketing is you must do the same thing. So if you haven't done it, and I find most people don't do that, they blow it off, they don't think it's important. I'm telling you that the most important thing that I've ever done as a network marketer is I got my audios, I got my videos, I got my books, and I invested in me. And I built, and I encourage you to build a substantial personal development library. And that library, by the way, should be more valuable, and it should be more expansive than your wardrobe at home, okay? So just keep investing in you, and that's going to be a foundation for your enormous success. You change your mindset, you change your life. Okay, it's Paul Kenny. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you all down the road. Remember, live with passion, and that choice is always uniquely yours. Bye for now.